Nathan here from Daddy F. I just wanted to do a really quick video today in regards to stress and your capacity and the importance in regards to stress, because it's so extrinsically linked to your mental health that managing it is really important to actually, looking after your mental health. The capacity cup analogy that I like to use when I'm working with people is to visualize stress and the limits of your capacity. So a lot of you may be carrying around extra stresses right now because of the COVID situation. So what I want you to do is I just want you to imagine this cup is you. Your cup compromises of vulnerabilities and stresses, okay? The amount of vulnerabilities are made up of things from your background, like, for example, being bullied, being abused, for example, in some kind of way, your parents breaking up, not having any friends. All of these issues make your cup fuller already. It makes it really difficult for your capacity to reach any more. Then you add stresses like children and relationships and work and the car, for example. And these are things that might impact us on a daily basis that we might not even think about. But as you see, our cup again is really full. You then add the external stresses. And we add the external stresses, and these are the things that we may not be in control of, like COVID, lockdown, isolation. And we keep adding these things until all of a sudden our capacity overflows and we become extremely stressed. Now, your stresses, luckily enough, are things that we do have some control over because we have the ability to manage them. Now, if you manage the stresses using helpful ways of coping, then this can help to get rid of the stress from your cup, and it reduces that capacity ever so slightly. And what we can do is do that by talking about difficult situations, difficult things in our lives. Sometimes we just need validating. Some things could just be massively benefited by having a good night's sleep. However, if you cope by doing unhelpful things, then you will unfortunately add more stresses back to your cup, such as anxiety, for example, because a lot of people will experience symptoms of anxiety with a hangover, with a lack of sleep. So drinking all of the time, taking drugs, or keeping your problems to yourself will just increase that capacity. And once again, we get to the point where our cup just overflows. Now, of course, every single person is different, and every single stress for every individual is completely different, because some people may have more of these, some people may have less of these, some people may not have any at all, some people may start out with very little in their cup. So it's really, really important that you take care of yourself and you take care of these vulnerabilities and these stresses. And if it gets to a point where you do feel like you if you feel like you need support to empty your cup, then make sure you speak to your friends, you speak to your family, you get out, you exercise, and you do these things regularly and more often. And if those things don't help, go for another walk, speak to people even more. But if it gets to the point where you feel like you need to speak to a trained professional, then that's okay too. Just make sure you have a really good understanding of what your stresses are, what your vulnerabilities are, and how you can deal with them. I hope you found this video useful, and hopefully we can get together and we can do some more. Thanks for that. Bye for now.